Hello, everybody. Welcome back once again to another episode of Bandwidth and Banter. I believe we're on episode 130, and it's a very special one. Obviously, the last one we had was a couple of weeks ago. We had the person who's in chat saying hello now, Druid IRL. Hello.
No.
It was a very bittersweet but interesting episode last week or a couple of weeks ago with Druid, where we talked about the new direction that we're all going and the different chapters in our lives that we're taking on, and so it was very special, and it was challenging for all of us, but it ended up being fun and uplifting. And that is the way we see what we do here at Bandwidth and Banter to support other streamers who have that positive and uplifting atmosphere, right? And that's the perfect segue to the person that we have on today, because the person we have on today is a return guest, and furthermore, this is Closet Scully's first interview with somebody that she doesn't know.
Yes.
And so we're super excited and looking forward to that. To lift everybody up. And the person that we have on is such a positive and upbeat person. And on top of that, he is a 100% Extra Life streamer, I believe, or charity streamer. Yes. Yeah, Extra Life charity streamer. And that, to me, speaks to the integrity and character of this person. He's exactly the kind of person the world needs to make it a better place, because he's literally on the ground doing it. And we're talking about none other than Taco, formerly Mr. Taco. And that's who we're going to have on the show right now. Hi, Taco.
Hello, how are we doing? Nice to see you again.
You too.
Closet Scully, I'll go easy on you, seeing that I'm the first unknown. I won't throw you too many curveballs.
You're the lucky first one. Yes. You're my first. Be gentle.
Right on.
I will.
So Taco, if you don't mind, please share something about yourself and your stream that you would like to highlight before we get started.
Okay. Well, I mean, if you don't know who I am, the fastest explanation is I'm a dad first, I'm a technologist second, and I'm an internet charity streamer third, in that order. And so that's really important to me. So I think the internet streaming stuff really just came out of like the pandemic, just wanting to have a positive impact in the world. I spent, the past 20-25 years of my life just climbing the corporate ladder, doing the things, building software and technology, and taking a lot from those around me and stuff like that. And like I do the every once in a while you go to like the fundraising event, or you put in the weekend at the Habitat for Humanity or whatever have you. But I was like, man, I feel like at this point I should be giving a little bit more back to this world than I'm taking. So a couple of years ago, I just made the shift to basically focus nights and weekends to try to help some sick kids in some dire situations. And it's been super rewarding for me personally, and get to meet a ton of really fun and awesome people like yourselves, and participate in all sorts of really cool, wacky things, traveling all across the country, meeting people, talking to companies and stuff like that, trying to figure out how do we take the intersection of like media and entertainment and try to parlay that into something that makes a sick kid's day a little less shitty.
Right. That's amazing, honestly. I have mad respect for people that do a lot of, charity streams, because it puts a lot of work into it, especially planning it and the goals and everything that goes into it.
I'll tell you, it is hard, but it's so rewarding. Like, and it's hard if you make it hard, but it's easy to give back to your community. All you have to do is look for wherever there's a hand that needs a little bit of a help, and you just make the difference in somebody's day. And to me, like the greatest award in life is giving, not taking. And so trying to give is the thing that just drives me in who I am and how I derive my passion out of life.
And you were, I'm not trying to blow smoke, but you were truly an inspiration to us. Like,
Yes.
I admire you to a degree that I can't even express in words. Thank you for what you do.
I'll
And
somehow
that,
convince you to run an extra life D&D campaign then. And then I'll jump in as a character or something like that. And
it's an
let's
interesting
try to figure out how.
idea. I might be willing to do it for a 3-shot because I do these community day 3-shots.
Perfect.
They're on hold at the
Let's
moment,
go.
but next year maybe.
You choose you choose your kid's hospital. I'll get you set up with Extra Life, and we'll do it together.
Okay, you really have me intrigued. I honestly, you planted a seed because I had never thought of it before.
Super easy.
That sounds amazing. Well, now let's jump into the interview, guys. As you all know, when we have on a returning guest, we have a bit more curated list of questions to delve deeper into who they are as a person. But we do start it off pretty much our usual lighthearted, and that is, tell us what's new in your universe, Taco.
Well, I couldn't actually remember the last date that we did the interview. I probably could have went back and checked the VODs, but I didn't think that far back. But I think since the last time you interviewed me, I have a new name. It's just Taco, not Mr. Taco. Less formal. I'm now a Twitch partner, which was surprisingly not as big of an impact as I thought it would be. Last year we raised over $80,000 for the Boston Children's Hospital, and we are now over 200,000 raised my lifetime. Hopefully hitting 250 this year, so that would be super cool. So since the last time we talked, those are just some of the things that are new.
That's amazing.
I'll tell you, it's a small community with a really large impact, and I'm powered by a ton of amazing humans.
That's phenomenal. Wow, I'm blown away. And yes, so on that same note, let's dig into that topic just a little bit deeper. What made you decide to change from Mr. Taco to just Taco?
Have you ever tried to spell Mr. Taco? It was numbers and letters. You needed, I think, like a degree, a master's to do it the first shot every time. And I would even mess it up myself. So when you do hit Twitch partner, one of the few benefits that, well, I don't want to say, I'm not trying to denigrate anything here, but one of the benefits you get is that you can request a name change to one of a reserved name, a name that somebody previously had that nobody's using anymore. And t4c0 was no longer being used by anybody. So I was like, I could just drop more than half of my name and just make it a little bit easier for everybody. So all the merch still is all Mr. Taco. I'm still Mr. Taco, but it's just Taco short. It's just easier. Logistics.
Perfect. That's awesome.
The least impressive brand strategy shift.
That makes me happy because now I can continue to call you Mr. Taco. And
you can. Yep. No, you're good.
Yeah, and Star Kitty, when she was promoting this show for the last, she streams on Mondays now, and so on her Monday stream, she was promoting this episode. And she says, "I'm still going to call him Mr. Taco."
Call me Mr. Taco if you'd like to call me Mr. Taco. It's fine by me.
That's awesome.
Ready? So next question.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any other highlights? Well, I mean, raising $250,000 for a charity is like freaking crazy. But are there any other like highlights or like biggest successes that you want to like?
Yeah, I mean, like I'm sorry, Classically, I don't know if you're a parent or anything like that, but being a dad is probably one of the things that I'm most proud of. Like my kids. And it's, everybody's proud of their kids, right? Like, I'm sure anybody here who has kids will say something similar. But watching my kids struggle, work hard, and then either succeed or not succeed, but be proud of the effort that they put into it, is something that has been a highlight. I've got my oldest, she's going into high school, and then I have 2 younger kids, all girls, and so it's challenging. There's a lot of stuff that's happening in their worlds. I mean, geez, it's probably the hardest thing in the world is growing up, and you're surrounded by a bunch of, I'm gonna say, unformed human beings.
Yes.
And you can equip your kids as best as you possibly can, but
For
they get
sure.
into the real world, they're gonna get knocked around by a bunch of boneheads.
For
And
sure.
you gotta kind of like show them how to like navigate all that stuff. And it's a lot. It's a lot. But anyways, watching my kids find their way through struggle. Like we have struggles, like everybody has struggles, but watching my kids find their way through the struggles, just trying to stay positive. And it's hard some days to stay positive as in their world. But I think that's been a highlight for the past year.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah.
My
He's
daddy
melted
issues.
her heart, I know.
It's easy. They're great kids.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, they're unbelievably great kids, and I have my wife to thank for
it's
most of
always
them.
great to hear from fathers who are good at being a father and love their kids the way you obviously do. It means a lot.
Yeah,
You make-
I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was just gonna say I just find it awesome that it seems like your kids can like come to you whenever they have issues or problems, or if they have to deal with anything like like somebody, I don't know, bullies them, or somebody made fun of them, or something happened with their friends. That's really cool.
Yeah, I would say I'm incredibly lucky because not only do I have an amazing wife who kind of like keeps the lockdown on all of those things, because there's definitely some topics that you just don't want to talk to your dad about, right? Like I totally
Sure,
understand and get that.
yes.
But I also have a little brother and a little sister who are heavily engaged in my family as well, and
Aw.
they are unbelievable as well. It's just amazing that we have like this. And believe me, there are all sorts of sides of the family coin over here that are just absolute train wrecks. Like
Yes.
like every family has them, right? Like you can't live life without it.
Yes.
And I think it's kind of everybody's, like, you got to learn how to deal with the strife in your family, so that when you get out of your family, you can have the wherewithal to find the problems and challenges and stuff to kind of move around. But yeah, to answer your question, yeah, I do believe my kids can come approach me about anything. I would also say that there is a little bit of challenge. The amount of time that I spend at work and in this chair, it takes a lot, and they give a lot too. So one of the things we do is in the summer times, I change my stream hours up so that we make sure we have beach days and summer nights and all that sort of stuff. And everybody understands, because most of the community is filled with parents of themselves, and
Yeah.
so it's a struggle, but doors always open. And unfortunately, I was gonna say unfortunately, the kids take advantage of it. The third, she just bumbles in here anytime she wants. She does not care. And
That's so cute.
right, like, and she knows all the stream deck buttons. She knows what they do. She knows all the routines we have, even though it's an 18+ stream and she's not supposed to know anything.
Yes.
But also the walls here are pretty thin, so we have a lot of really real conversations. So every once in a while, we have apology pancakes. Like a couple of Fridays ago, we did a peak stream, and there was, I don't know if you played Peak before. It's that mountain climbing
Yes.
game. There's a lot of yelling. There's a lot of yelling, and so in the morning after a stream like that, I go down early and I just start the pancakes, because I'm sure I woke them up, and that's how we handle some of the stream issues.
That's awesome.
That is.
Will someone apologize to me with pancakes?
You can't say mad at somebody who makes you pancakes.
No,
It's a
you
universal truth. It's universal truth. So if you ever mess up, anybody who's here, anybody who's listening, if you ever mess up, just make pancakes and just say you're sorry. And,
That is epic advice.
That's adorable. Amazing.
So speaking of struggles, this is a kind of a nice little softball segue into the next question. I want to preface this by saying that we're being brave here today in expanding into areas that we don't normally, because again, we're growing and evolving Bandwidth and Banter, and also because we want people who come on the show to be their true, authentic selves. And so this next question I'm going to ask is a tough one, but it's always a way to get to know you better. So Taco, what has been your biggest struggle this last year?
Yeah, I mean, I think trying to stay positive in the current
Mm.
geopolitical social climate that we're in has been a struggle. Like I am through and through a positive person. I every time something negative hits me, I say, okay, great. How do we get through this? What are the positives and how do we and it's tough. It's tough. And like I'm not a big social media guy. It's probably at my own detriment to growing the channel and the what we're trying to do long term with helping sick kids. If I was more socially media savvy, if I was putting myself out there, consuming more of that social media stuff, we would probably grow a little bit faster. But I would say, the struggle for me is seeing the lack of kindness in the world. It just feels like we have changed a little bit. We have
Yeah.
gone from, hey, I disagree with you, but we share some human meat space together. So I'm gonna say, you know what, live your best life. And now everything is just hitting your phone as angrily as you can, trying to score on the other team, dunk on the other team. And we just lost what it is to be human. And I'm not saying it's dead. I'm not saying it's over. I just look at things and I say, man, it used to be different. And I know everybody says that. Everybody says that, oh, in the past it was different and people were kinder and stuff like that. But it just feels like empathy is a little lost these days. Nobody
Yes.
puts themselves in anybody else's shoes. Greed is out of control. Everybody's out for themselves. Everybody
Mhm.
treats everything as a zero-sum game. And I don't want to say I'm not going to both sides it because I don't feel like it is both sides. I definitely feel like the extremes are out there, and both extremes are bad, right? Like we'll
Yes.
agree on that statement. But I feel like we are in a point in time where being tough is looked up to and being kind is a negative. And I
Yeah.
get frustrated a lot with how people claim that moral high ground and I'm a this religion or that religion, but then at the end of the day none of them are preaching kindness or
Right.
practicing kindness.
Right.
Yes.
And to me that's where I just have been struggling and trying to stay positive in that climate. So you know it's a daily struggle. I also know that while you're in it you don't see it as much, and maybe there are some bright spots out there that are trying to carry us forward, and there's a few people that you can try to live in their message and try to follow the way. But yeah, firing up the phone, looking at anything and watching people celebrate, you know, uh, deportation. Like, yeah, I mean, you're in the
Yeah,
country
that's
legally, you shouldn't be
crazy.
here, but also show some kindness, right? Like show some
Hmm.
decorum, right? Like that's a family you're breaking up there, right? Like you're not supposed to
Yes.
high five and that sort of thing. So it's tough for me, and I just want to thank you guys for allowing me to express myself, because just in true transparency, I said, hey, I might say some things that are outside of what I would consider political non-bias, right? Like,
Right.
and
Yes.
we're not gonna be negative, but I just wanted to make sure you guys were cool with that, and I thank you for allowing me to say my piece.
Oh, of course. In fact,
Hmm.
I mean, I might take it a tiny step further in complete agreement with you in that I would say under this current administration, well, first off, you said it incredibly diplomatically. And so, under this current administration, it seems like compassion has been thrown out the window. And to commiserate with you, uh, one of the things that I've noticed that's especially terrifying, especially here in Texas, is now I go out go to the gym, or especially at the gym, but go to the gym or go to the grocery store, go out to dinner, and I'm afraid of some of the people that are out there, especially if they look like you and
Hmm.
I, Taco. If they are middle aged, if they have some gray and a beard, I can't help but be not afraid, like in terrified little lamb, but more like scared that in the past I would have been able to be to kind of try and understand. I guess I just had a viewpoint that was kind of naive, and now there's so much normalcy to cruelty that I don't, I don't understand the people I see anymore,
So that's the trap. That's the trap, right?
Mhm.
Like the fact that we are all consuming these videos and these experiences that are just weighing on our brains all the time about this negative experience we're going to have. You don't know what that other person is, right? Like that's the true sense of empathy. Is you don't know what the struggle of that person is. You don't know what that person's dealing with. You don't know what their life is anything about. So the fact that you have a preconceived notion of how that interaction is going to go is the problem, right? Like, and again, I don't want to make any assumptions, but previous, I would have walked up to somebody and be like, "Hey, how's it going, man? You good? How you doing?" Right? Like, and there's a little bit in the back of your head, be like, "Oh no, what is that tattoo of? What is he wearing? What color is that hat?" Right?
Yes.
But at the end of the day, we have to throw that away. We have to. We have to throw that behind us and say, I'm going to trust that me being an empathetic, good human talking to another human, I'm going to win them over no matter what it is. And you're not trying to win them over to like any sort of, you're just trying to be a human. You know what I mean? And so like, can you have a genuine human interaction with somebody that you don't know and have it be an outcome of a positive? You have to believe it. You have to believe that that's a possibility. And that's the thing that I'm challenged with, because I'll never not say hi. I will never not say, I hope you have the best day possible. Right. Like those are true, valid, and genuine. And I feel like the people of positivity have to be out there trying to continue to stir the positivity, because if we don't, it dies.
Agreed.
Yes.
Yeah. I couldn't agree with you 100% more. And I just find it amazing that you and I, from what I'm hearing from you, have basically had our biggest struggles the same this last year. It really is 100% the same. Like, it's put me in a state of like where I'm constantly having to raise my level. It's like the Buddha would say, empty that which is filled and fill that which is empty. And so I'm constantly having to refill with positivity because, the negativity seems to just kind of filter in without me even knowing it. But hearing you say it, reaffirming it, it means a lot and it makes a difference. And I thank you.
Yes.
We have to, right? Because nobody else is going to do it, right? Like, and I fear generations forward that are modeling off of our behavior of just put the blinders on, go out, get the pancake mix, go get the butter, don't talk to anybody, right? Like that sort of mindset that is going to spiral us into a further and further hole. Like throw the phone, right? Drop it, right? If you have a problem or a question or a challenge, go buy that person a beer or a coffee. Do you know what I mean? Go hang out, because I will tell you that every conversation that I have, I don't say every, because every time you use one of those words, you're always wrong, right? So never paint in absolutes. Only a Sith does. We know that. But what I would say is that the vast majority of times where I've had situations with other humans where I have had a disagreement with, when we sit down and we have a honest and true conversations, not trying to score points, not trying to point at headlines, whatever, you talk about what everybody wants. We all want the same thing. We want a job that pays well. We want our kids to grow up happy and healthy. Okay. We want to be able to buy a house. We want to be able to go on vacation, right? Like we all get together. We'll all self-care. We'll all get together. We'll all agree on the same things. What we disagree on is the path to get there.
Yep.
Right. Right. Yes. And so, and then when you talk about the path, you don't talk about the value, right? Like you say, hey, let's talk about 5 things we agree about first. Okay. Then let's talk about the one thing we disagree about, and then try to find the normalcy there. We have to. There's too many people in this country that are like, I don't know if you've ever like pulled up Fox News or anything like that and watch what they say about Democrats or liberals or whatever have you. You're like, that's not me. That's not who I am, right? And then you have to understand the bias that's on both sides, right? And while it may not be as extreme, it may not be as dog whistly, right? Whatever it is, right? It's still there, right? Like, oh, the racist person, they hate that person there and full of hate. Like, yeah, there are some. Sure, I know they're there, right? But that's not everybody. And to paint with broad brushes, you're always going to be wrong.
Yes. I mean, with somebody like me with the Hispanic background, because I'm from the U.S. Like I live in Spain at the moment. So my only news feed is my family and TikTok.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of negativity, but there are also a lot of good things too, because you don't see the good stuff a lot, where it's like people protecting each other and like actually defending or trying to talk to like ICE and stuff like that. Trying to tell them like, hey, we're all here together. We're humans. We're all trying to just live our normal lives, and they're human beings.
Right.
But yeah, but someone with like a Hispanic family, a big family, and in a big heavy, also like Hispanic heavy city, without doxing myself, but but it's really scary, but I do have to look at the positives as well, because I did have a lot of family that did go is very Republican, and so I have to see it from their point of view as well. Because I don't like fighting with my family like at all, and I think everybody has good sides to them, and a lot of people don't know that about them. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. That's all communication and like like you said, putting yourself in other people's shoes. You know what I mean? Because I think we all can find a mutual ground that we all can agree on. You know what I mean?
100%, absolutely 100%. The one thing I would say is, and this is, me, I'm a technologist. I build software. I've been building websites and apps for decades, right? So I've watched this machine come online. This machine being software, social media, like this internet space come alive, right? You have to understand. We all collectively have to understand that, and I'm not going to say anything profound. Believe me, that negativity drives more interaction than positivity. So every time you open those machines, you have to expect negativity. And if you just let the negativity guide you, you will find darkness. So you have to get rid of that. Limit your time online, limit your time on social media, or find a knitting group, go find a beer drinking group, go find a basketball group. You will find so much more enjoyment in life. And I know it's tough and it's hard to put yourself out there, because there's always rejection and there's always going to be those same crappy people. They haven't disconnected yet. Like, you have to be able to say like, okay, look, I want to go online. I want to go catch the narrative, see what's going on. But you got to sense the doom scroll and you got to put it down, right? Like when you sense the doom scroll, go for a walk, right? Or go paint a picture or something like that. You have to get off the doom scroll, because it is just it's a downward spiral that's just going to drag us all down. And it's tough because we are all in the social media space, right? Like we're all content creators. We all create stuff online. We get to choose what we create, and it's tough. It's tough to try to balance that. But this has been like a challenge for me. My family is like, when's too young to have a social media account? Because all my friends are on it, Dad, and they're talking about me. And I'm like, yeah, I get that. I understand. But the people that you're interacting with, they don't know how to interact in a positive way, right? So some of the kids do have social media accounts, but they're all monitored, right? Like we tell them all like, hey, we're riding shotgun on all your accounts until we feel like you're able to handle it. And what we've actually found is that there's been a couple of occasions where one of my kids has gone to my wife and said like, hey, this person just said this to me online. I'm feeling this way. I don't know what to do. And it's been like a great moment of like, okay, great. Well, let's try to figure out how do we want to deal with that. Or sometimes the answer is hit the block button. Okay.
Yes.
And then when they approach you online, when they approach you in real life, be like, yeah, I didn't appreciate the way that you were acting, so I didn't want to see it anymore, so I made it go away. That's what the block button does. It does a very good job.
Yes. It's kind of like say to my face.
Yes. Say it again. Can you just read that last message you sent to me while I'm standing in front of you? Would you say it to my face? Oh, you won't? Oh, okay. All right.
Well, what does that say about the message?
It does. 100%. Right? They wouldn't validate it in real life, or if they would, that's when that's when things go really bad.
Yep.
I don't condone violence, but
for them. I just want to make sure we're clear. Yeah, no, that's the thing, right? Like and
sure.
you know and that's been the tough part about being what I'm going to say center left, right? Because a lot of right is very bravado, violence, force.
Yeah.
Right. And then on the center left, we have to meet force with force. And I'm like, no, that's where you get into war. Right.
Yes.
Like, and that's not the answer. Violence and human suffering is never the answer for anything. You know, and I think there's been a couple of situations where I've had to tell people, I'm like, look, you got to take the gas pedal off here, pal, because you're going to a place where I think it's bad. And I know that you align with me from a values perspective, but your actions are going to take us all to a very bad place. And that is, you know, that's one of my biggest fears right now is where we're heading as a culture. Everything's a fight, right? Everything's violence. Everything comes down to, you know, like, as we were just saying, like, say it to my face, right? Like, and while it's important to be able to say that whatever you say online is genuine and true, violence is never the way. And, you know, it's been very tough because there have been moments and times where it's like, oh no, yeah, no, that person needs to get their ass kicked for sure. Right. It's not even a question. But like, but that is the problem. Like we amp up the negative cycle until we get to violence. And we've seen this thing enough, right? Like how many years of news and information and history do we need to see to know that that's not the answer?
Right.
True. Yes.
On that note, since you talked about one of your greatest fears, I'm going to have Scully ask the next question.
Oh, okay. What do you value most in friendship?
Oh, no. It's what is your greatest fear?
What's your greatest fear? Sorry.
Well, I think that's it, right? Like it's civil war, right? Like we are quickly getting to a place where it just feels like an arms race. And one of us hasn't been planning for that, you know what I mean? And you know, I just fear violence. I think that it's the worst thing. So I just think that we got to figure out how do we go from anger and hate to a way that we can disagree. We could talk about paths, okay? And not everything needs to be like a binary solution. It's either 1 or 0, right? Like there's so many numbers, guys. 69 is an amazing number, right? So why don't we choose something in between 1 and 0? 0.69. What is a little bit to your side, but a little bit to my side? Like how do we compromise? Remember we used to compromise, guys. I don't know if maybe for those who might be younger in the audience, you might have to pull out a dictionary. Actually, nobody pulls out a dictionary. You might have to use the internet's dictionary. Well, you'll probably end up talking to AI. So ask your AI what a compromise is, right? And what you'll find out is like we've been doing this for centuries, man. Like just try to figure out how to find a road that you both would walk on together. Right. And it doesn't need to be your favorite road. It doesn't need to be their favorite road, but it just needs to be a road that you both can be on. And, and while I would say that there, of course, are always going to be non-starters, right? There are, of course, going to be non-starters for each side, but there's always some road in between that you could both be on, even if it's not halfway, right? Like, and there's never a perfect solution. There's never a perfect situation. So it's tough.
Right.
Yes.
So just switching gears a little bit here, Taco. It was a question that she leaked ahead of time. What do you value most in a friendship?
You know, there are so many different friendship types.
True.
I have, there are certain friends, I don't say use is the wrong word. Like there's different parts of you. And you have different friends that understand you for different ways. And like I have certain friends that are trusted and they could tell me like, brother, I don't know if I can swear. Can I swear?
Sure, absolutely.
Yes.
They would say, brother, you're fucking wrong, man. And I'm like, okay, help me understand that. Right? Like I think there's different relationships in my lives that I get different things from. My most trusted friends have a couple things in common. Everybody is genuine. Okay. We don't sugarcoat things. We don't pretend. We don't pose. We don't embellish. Right.
Yeah.
Like you fuck up, you fuck up. Right. You like, hey, you know what? I didn't think about asking that in front of that other person, how that made you feel. And I'm sorry for doing that. I should have been a little bit more conscious. And the other one is empathy, right? Like, and I feel like, you know, it's a little bit of the conversation that we've been having, but I've got friends that are politically right. And you know, we disagree on some things, but we all share the same thing, which is empathy, which is compassion for humans, putting yourself in the other person's shoes and saying, okay, great. If I was in that situation, would that be cool? Would I be all right with that? No, I wouldn't be okay with that. So I'm not going to do that. Right. And I think, you know, those two things, being genuine and being empathetic are probably the two common traits between all my friends. And I would say, you know, the crazy thing that I've, you know, felt over the past 4 years or 5 years, and Stormy, I'm pretty sure we talked about this the last time, is that like, I didn't know what streaming was before I started doing it. I'm just like, oh, I play video games. So I'll play video games and screen record at the same time, and I'll just talk to myself. You know what I mean? And then after a while, there's like the same people show up every once in a while and come hang out, and you're like, oh, that guy's cool. That guy's cool. I've actually had the most amazing past couple of years where we've actually said like, hey, you all want to get together at TwitchCon, or hey, what about a Red Sox game? Oh, hey, what about going to this guy's place and all getting over there, right? Like, and having like some real world experiences, some real awesome people. And the funny thing is, and I know all the gamers out there know exactly what this is. You have like your Xbox Live gamer group. You've been playing with them for 10 years. You don't know what their face looks like, but you can hear them whisper from across the room and you know who they are. And then you get together and it's like, oh wait, we're actual friends, even though I don't physically know your form. And I would say that's been one of those things that like I've managed to hang out with a few people, and I'm just like, man, we're friends not because of convenience. We're friends for value. We're friends because of alignment of you know, interests, and you know, some of those friends, honestly, some of the deepest friendships I have come from the past 4 years of streaming and stuff like that. And you know, it's been really rewarding just from that point alone.
I agree that 100%. So, I was about to steal it. Sorry. Your go, Scully.
Yes. As a guy, I stole yours too. So it's mutual. All right. So, is there anything that was like harder this year, or anything easier this year you want to talk about?
Well, I think oh geez, I don't want to keep talking on the same topics because I feel like we're on the same place. I'll tell you something that's been hard.
Okay.
And this is gonna sound weird. Okay, so allow me to be weird for a second.
Sure.
It's been hard watching my 401k do so good. Right? Like I was expecting that I was gonna be like, I had like an emergency switch, and I'm like, okay, wait for it. We're gonna dump it all into you know, some sort of low holding. We'll go to bonds or something like that, like something that we can weather the storm. And you're just like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, how are we so separate from you know, reality of what's good and that sort of thing. So that's been I'd say difficult to say the least.
I agree. It's it's an anomaly. You might still prepare yourself to be ready for pushing that button.
I can't imagine. I mean, I think it's because grifting is now legal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I think that a lot of companies are figuring out how to grift in a way to make themselves and their shareholders happy, and that keeps the stock price propped up. But I feel like at some point the bubble pops. I've been through 2 bubbles in my life.
Yep.
I was through the original .com bubble.
Yep.
I had an early .com job, and you know, they were printing money.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was walking around in like a an office that was decked out. Every chair was an Aeron. Every screen was the biggest, most complex. They're like, how many computers do you need, son? And I'm like, I just need one. And they're like, how about 4? And I'm like, I don't know. Okay, sure. But then it popped, right? Like, and all that stuff vaporized real quick, right? And then we got humbled, okay? And then we went through the 2000s, and it was like the late what was it, the 2017 crash,
housing crisis?
2000, yeah, the housing crisis. 2007. Brain don't work so good, but yeah, the housing crisis was another one. You feel weird. You feel like, oh, this doesn't make sense. Something doesn't add up. Like nobody can buy a house, but everybody's, you know what I mean? It just felt weird. No, everybody was buying a house. Even people that you were like, I don't know how you got a house, but cool, I'm glad you got one. And then all of a sudden, like, oh yeah, wait a second, you had a subprime mortgage and you're leveraged well past your ears, and now your life is ruined. Right? Like, and it's just like one of those things. It's just like, you just go through these cycles enough. And this is a Scully, you don't know this. This is real gray beard. This is not fake. You know what I mean? So I've seen a bunch of stuff, and I feel it again. I'm like, there's something off right now. Like, I don't know about you guys. I have a lot of friends in technology. I have a lot of friends that have, careers of 20 years. They're very senior in their positions, and they're just like, there's no jobs out there, guys. Like, I've looked, there's nothing out there. I've got
Crazy.
incredibly smart friends, incredibly hardworking individuals that are sitting on their hands right now. But yet all the numbers are all green and we're all pointing at the roof. It's like, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. So, it's just one of those things where I'm waiting for it. Unfortunately, I'm waiting for the ruin. And that's the other thing too, is like, I don't want anybody to get fucked on this deal.
Yeah.
But people are going to get fucked on it. You know what I mean? And like, and I'm just like, how do we stop this? Like, the situation where we all the lads at the bottom of the ladder are the corporate cows to milk. You know what I mean? And like, don't get me starting on streaming services, Amazon. I got opinions, guys.
For real.
So you shared with us what's been harder this year than you thought. What was something that was easier this year than you thought?
I would say my entire life, and this is maybe a pet peeve of mine. I don't want to say the vast majority, but everybody, like most of the people that I would meet, when they say like, "Oh, hey, nice to meet you," human name, I'm like, "Oh, how's it going?" They're like, "Oh yeah, who what do you do? What do you do?" They're like, "Oh yeah, I got 3 girls." They're like, "Oh boy, oh no,
Wow.
you poor soul."
That's crazy.
Oh, I can't. Unfortunately, what are you gonna? You're gonna have to move. You're gonna have to move when they hit their teenage years and the hormones start going, like all this sort of stuff. And I'm like, oh well, maybe we'll figure that out. You're like, I'm an anxious being in general, but I would say that I'm always like pragmatic. But like, that's not today's problem. That's tomorrow's problem. We'll deal with that when we get there. I would say something that's gone easier is just watching my kids become teenagers. Right. We have challenge, but there are no screaming fits here. We don't scream. We don't yell.
Oh.
Okay. We don't use words of hate. We don't use words of anger. We don't call each other names. Right. Like, that just doesn't happen. Right. And so, I understand that my wife's relationship with her mom is very different. And she basically says, like, I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be that person that has to be yelled at before you listen. And I think because maybe it's a knee-jerk reaction for being an 80s kid, but like, my kids ran around, my parents ran around hitting us with belts and spoons and stuff like that. Like, corporal punishment was the way. I swore once at my mom, and she deserved it. I'm just gonna put that out there. She deserved it. But yeah, I was chewing on a bar of soap, right? Like, and like, it doesn't stop you from being who you are, but we don't do that. And I would say that it's the struggles are real. But watching them communicate their way through the struggles, and everybody's in some sort of healthcare, so mental health care. You know what I mean? Like, everybody's got a psychologist at this point. You have to, right? Like, I feel like the world is just crazier than it's ever been before. It's not just one thing, it's all the things. It's like all the social interactions that you have to keep up. It's all the,
we're all
the personal
connected.
schedule. Yeah. And Stormy, I know I'm gonna you look to be around 30 years old. I'm just gonna put that out there. So
don't you flatter me, sir. I might
So
be
I
older
would
than
say
you.
I don't think so. But so I would say that along those lines, like you remember being a kid, and like it was hard. Like I'm not gonna say that my childhood was easy. I don't think my childhood was hard compared to a lot of others. But I would say that it was definitely more manageable. I feel like nowadays being a kid, being a teenager, being in your 20s, it's incredibly hard. It's incredibly hard.
Yeah.
And
I tease Starkity all the time that it feels like the whole world jumped the shark, you know?
Sure did,
You remember that reference to the old Happy Days TV show?
I do. Nobody else does, but but I got that one.
I think the kids nowadays call it Nuke in the Fridge because from the last Raiders movie, or what? Not the last, but the one before that, the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, where they nuked him in the fridge and he lived. It's it's that point where things become so absurd that you can't take it seriously anymore. It's so crazy.
What is reality?
Yeah.
What is reality? Honestly, tell me what's real, because I don't understand it these days. I really don't.
For sure. I mean, have you ever seen those? Okay, I'm gonna get into conspiracy. Have you seen that conspiracy where they said like the internet is empty and that it's like actually like just a bunch of bots like commenting on like posts and stuff like that, and they're not actually real people?
Dead internet theory. Yeah, I've heard of it. Yeah, it's. But listen, like, it's not a binary. It's not either is it dead or not dead. How much of the internet is bots? How much, like I would say of even my Twitch channel, when I go live, how many of those are bots?
Right.
It's not zero, right? It's not 100%, right? So like everything else, like there's a percentage there. And how many of those social media accounts that you follow that think are real people are real people? How many of those social media accounts that you follow are people that living their genuine selves? How many of them? I would say it's far less than 90%, right? Like,
and it's only going to get worse.
It's only going to get worse because now you're going to have an AI that does all your social media for you, right? Yeah. And so it's gonna really help make sure that bad day that you had, that you're going to post that real thought to. Well, we'll hold that one. We won't let that one go out. We'll have these polished AI profiles with no blemishes on them, and listen, the dead internet theory, like every true conspiracy theory, there's like a little nugget in there. You're like, oh yeah, no, I see where you're coming from. Yeah. You've gone all the way down the path, all the way to the end of Crazy Town, right? Like, cool. We know where that is. Turn around, come back a little bit more. Come meet us over here somewhere. But keep that in mind, because Martin Luther King was assassinated, right? Like that is real. Like the government was behind it, probably. Like he was saying a bunch of stuff that nobody liked. So anyways.
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah. So real quick, I, just for my own curiosity's sake, I won't ask you to dox yourself. I'll say the year I was born, and you can tell me if you're older, if I'm older. All right. Is that cool?
Okay.
I was born in 69.
What year?
I was born in 69.
Okay. You are older. You are older. And I'm gonna say, I hope when I'm your age, I look half as good as you.
Oh, he does look good. I tell him.
He does look good. Look at that. It's amazing.
He does look good.
I mean, I would scalp you and wear your hair today if I could, just so you know. So maybe let's not get in a room together.
Okay.
It's a brilliant mane.
Yeah, it is. For sure is.
All right. So now we're moving into the more fun category back again, getting a little less serious and more uplifting now to balance out the seriousness that we've had so far. This next question is fun. If you were to die and come back as a person or a thing from any time period, who or what would it be?
Uno reverse.
That's great.
I'm sorry. What is your answer?
That is so good. That is so good.
So what would you come back as?
Oh, me? Oh,
Yeah, that's what the Uno reverse means. Is I'm not going to answer that question. I will answer it just out of.
I thought
you were.
I thought that's what you were saying you would come back as, because you're such a kind person that you would return the kindness always. Okay, all right.
Well, I mean I think that's a great one. I was actually just slapping an Uno reverse on the table and asking you to answer that question.
All right, so I won't share. I won't come up with something off the top of my head. I'll share the comedic answer that I once shared many episodes ago when someone asked me the same question. That was, this is just the comedic answer, not the serious one now.
Sure. Sure.
I would probably come back as the world's most popular vibrator.
Fantastic. I love it. Because who wouldn't want that job, right? So I would say if I'm answering that question, I would say I would want to come back as the best tree in a park. The tree that everybody just likes to go under, just hang out. Maybe there's a beautiful view of like a river. Maybe there's a ton of like wildlife and squirrels that like to hang out in the tree. Mm-hmm. It's right across. It's right next to a pathway where people walk all the time. They sit down. They talk about their problems, their successes. You get to see humanity pass you by. You get to be there for hundreds of years, hopefully. And then you get struck by lightning and ripped out for a corporate development project.
That went dark quick.
That went dark quick. You're right. That was both a beautiful answer, serious, and then comedic as well. Wow.
So real. Real.
It's my fantasy. I was like, wow.
That was awesome, buddy. All right, now it's your turn, Scully. You gotta share.
What I would come back as?
Yeah, person or thing.
I mean, you can choose the vibrator thing because that totally makes sense to me.
I mean, I'm not gonna still start his answer. I don't even know what I would come back as. Honestly, if I did come back as something, I would probably be a cat because I want to be taken care of, and I don't want to do anything but sleep all day and then annoy my owners at night. So that seems like an awesome life to me. So I want to be a cat.
So I think a dog's life is a great option. However, you're going to throw some caveats on that, right? Like you want to be a cat in America to a middle income family, right? Like, cats don't live that long, right? Like dogs don't live that long, but you just sit home, just nose on that door, waiting for it to open for everybody to come home. And then when you come home, it's just like, oh, I was so missing you.
His life was miserable. I'm hungry. Feed me, human.
Yeah, feed me. Well, listen, I'm allergic to cats. Okay, so don't take this personally what I'm about to say.
No,
but I always feel like cats tolerate you. Like they're like, if you can help me, I'm gonna be cool with you. But if you got nothing to offer me, I'm just gonna go do my own thing, which is like a level of independence that I appreciate. But for me, a dog, have you met my dog? Stormy, have you seen Max?
I don't think I have.
No, Max is always here outside the door. Come here, Max. Come here. Up it. Come say hi. This is Max.
Always out
there. Max. He's always out there. He's always hanging out. They got stream buttons for him. He's got stream buttons so they can hit the button and give him treats all the time. So he hangs right outside the door. I swear to God, he can hear it when people are thinking about him. And then he runs in here. I got a camera B. That's under the desk, so he gets his dog treats. So as soon as I put him down, he's gonna sit down right in front of the computer where he always gets his dog treats. So here we go, and there he is. He's sitting down. He's just like, all right, hold on, I'll get you a cookie because he won't leave me alone until I give him a cookie. So, here, and here comes. Hey, you want to come say hi? You can come say hi. I told you she shows up all the time. This is number 3. These are some friends. We're doing a podcast. Okay, you want to give him a cookie?
Hi.
Yeah, give him one.
Hi, spawn of taco.
Taco.
Taquito. That's taquito.
I love it.
Pelican waved as well. That's funny.
Yeah.
Adorable. I mean, like cats can be clingy too. I had a clingy cat. She was like always wanting to be around me and like on top of me, and like she's always purring and stuff. But it is rare. It is rare because most cats are very independent.
Yep.
Like anything, whenever you use an absolute statement, you're always wrong. So don't
That's
use
right.
absolute statements.
Yes. But yes. All right. The next question. So, do you have any goals or plans for this year?
Yeah, there's well, I always have so many plans. How much time do you have? I would say there's one big thing that's going on. So Stormy, thank you for saying Extra Life earlier in the stream, because that is the charity we fundraise for. So Extra Life is a program that anybody can jump into. So if you have any interest at all in helping your local kids hospital, contact me. I can hook you up. It's a free program that you can jump into. They connect you with the hospital. They give you a page that you can use to collect donations, and that money goes directly to the hospital. So you don't have to do anything with it. It goes directly to help kids in that hospital, right? So
That's awesome.
this is year 5 of doing Extra Life for me, and we are a incredible community. I'm so proud of the community of people. There's so many streamers around me that have me come on their streams. I am their charity stream. I show up, we play a game, we do stupid stuff. I dress up like a girl, we paint our hair, I shave my legs, other things. Like, doesn't matter. I am a clown to be used to help sick kids. Okay. So I would say this year, Extra Life is changing things up a little bit. They have a one day a year. Their biggest day of the year is called Game Day. It happens in September. And what it is all Extra Lifers, if you do this program, they say, okay, this is your big day. You go wherever you're going to go, however you do it in real life. You got a in real life group of friends. You collect, $20 from each, and you do a D&D, whatever it is. Whatever it is you do, that is your day. It's game day. And it's a big day. Everybody hypes it up. It's always big on Twitch and stuff like that, which is fantastic. They're changing it up this year. They're doing it's called Extra Life Unlocked. It kicks off game day, and they're flying me out to Salt Lake City to be a part of it. So I get to go. Gonna go be on their stream. We're gonna go hang out. I think we've got some plans. I don't know what it is, but I'm very excited to do it. So that is happening. That is something that I'm looking forward to. That's happening this year.
Sounds amazing.
That's
honestly.
fantastic.
Wow.
So, last question of the main interview, before we open up the floor to everybody, sort of an open forum, chill out, chat with each other, ask questions kind of thing. What's one thing that you want people to know about you?
Oh man. This one's always, I get this question a lot. I would say that I'm just a dad trying to make the world around me a little bit brighter. That's it. That's as simple as you can get. Life is hard. Life is shitty. It comes with a bunch of bruises. You pick them up along the way. Don't be afraid of the bruises. Show them they're yours. Own them. Try to make the world around you brighter. That's all I try to do.
That's exactly what I figured you would say, but that's okay, because that's exactly what we need in the world, and that is the whole of you. It embodies you. So now we are going to open up the floor to questions. We have quite a few of them here. We're going to sort of jump in. I'm going to, just because I think that we have a helper who's helping us grab questions from the audience, and this is this person's first time doing it, so he might have missed it. There's a question that Random Cosmic Horror likes to always ask. Are you a member of the Barefoot Club?
Can you explain, if I was a member of the Barefoot Club, what would that mean? That would
basically mean
you
walk
around outside barefoot?
You prefer to go barefoot over wearing shoes or socks?
Listen, I would say that if you're a dad and you ever buy Legos, you are not a Barefoot Club member. There's too many problems. I would say that I've lived an amazing life And to that means I haven't had to walk around barefoot very often. So I think that anytime that I'm ever forced to walk across like 3/4 inch stone driveways barefoot, oh, I am the daintiest of steppers. Like you would think that it was my first day walking. The bottoms of my feet are not meant to feel sharp surfaces. Not to say that they're soft in any way, shape, or form. They are not. They're trollish. But I am not a member of the Barefoot Club. I will say around the house, I am typically a socks member. And you know, maybe that means I'm a little less connected to the earth, because I do have some people that I know. Mm-hmm. I know there's this pushback to like, you know, touching grass. I touch grass, but I would rather rub my face in the grass than well, no, I do walk barefoot. I do spend a lot of time at beaches and parks and stuff like that barefoot. So that's not a problem. But I would say that in general, I am a socks on home, outside of house shoe.
Okay.
Yep. I kind of have wimpy feet too. Outside, I'm with you, shoes. Unless, like you said, if you're at the beach or something. In the house, if I live in a house or an apartment that has lots of carpet, then I'm barefoot guy. But you know, here in this house we have really pretty kind of glossy wood flooring, and so it you know, footprints show up really a lot. So we wear socks just so I'm not constantly having to mop.
I would say, see, he's still here. He hasn't left my side. He's like, I've only got the one treat, but he recently got a haircut. But he's a Labradoodle, so he is full poodle, all hair, but his face gets so bushy. And then he just, yes, I know. He dunks his head in the water, and then he just walks around the house, and there's just like this trail of dog water everywhere. I wouldn't change it, but I also don't like to step in it. So I'm a socks on guy.
So,
Makes sense.
how about you, Scully? Are you a member of the Barefoot Club?
Heck no, I don't walk barefoot at all. Like, okay, let me tell you, like, it comes from my background, right? Because my nana used to tell me, don't walk barefoot because you're gonna get sick. So she'd make us wear socks inside of the house all the time. So that's it's just like the stigma of like my growing up where I wear socks. So I'm more comfortable with socks, and I do not walk outside barefoot because the one time I did, I stepped on a bee. Okay, and I'm never ever doing it again. So nature hates me.
So help me understand this. Help me understand this. This might be a cultural thing. I don't understand. Keep your socks on so you don't get sick. Help me understand that.
Yes. I don't necessarily know. I mean, my nana used to tell me that lightning would strike me in the shower. So, you know, she told me not to take a shower during lightning storms. So it's really superstitious.
Nana knows physics. Nana knows physics, right? So like water is more conductive than air. So yeah, you don't want to be in a metal box during a shower, lightning shower. You know, yes. So like if it did hit the window outside of your house, and you are more so Nana has some thoughts for sure.
Yes.
I love the old school, like, don't you got to put a coat on, because if you go outside without a coat on, you're going to catch a cold. It's like, that's not how colds work. No. Don't lick the handrails.
Yeah. That's how colds work.
Yes.
But they didn't know, so that's okay. Like they equated going outside because they didn't have good clothes on with catching diseases. But they didn't get diseases because it was cold out. They caught diseases because they had a communal water pump that everybody put their mouth on.
Right.
Yes. Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Which, by the way, Stormy, if you're looking for something that you get transformed into, communal water pump, not a bad one. Communal water pump.
Interesting. Okay. I'll have to think about that.
Communal water pump.
Not too hard, though. All right. So we already have a few questions that we have down. Audience, please share any questions that you have for Taco. We've already got a few in. Closet Scully, do you want to grab one of the questions that you have here, or one of the audience questions, or one of... Yeah.
Sure. I'll grab some of the audiences so we can get to that. Let me see. Taco, has streaming ever made you realize something about audiences in general, not just your own community, quirks and goods and bads that shift in platform over time?
Interesting. Have I ever noticed something about audiences, good or bad, that has shifted over time? Well, I would say that in general, what I've noticed is that I think in general, everybody comes to Twitch because they want to be interacted with, right? Like if you wanted to just go
Yes.
watch a video, you'd go to YouTube, right? So I think
For sure.
the thing that I've always noticed is that everybody just wants to be interacted with. How people want to be interacted with is very difficult to kind of suss out because you have a lot of people that want to come in, ask a genuine question and get a genuine response. And then you have a lot of people that come in that just want you to just acknowledge their presence. And then there's some people that come in that just
Yes.
want to see you how bad they can make you rage.
Yes.
And I feel like sometimes I will say that as the stream has got bigger and as the audience has gotten wider, the number of trolls coming in has definitely increased. And I don't think I'm saying anything here that nobody knows. The thing is I've always found that sometimes just answering the troll with a very dry response confuses them because I don't know if, and some of the trolls are really smart, and then there's a divide in the troll. It's like, like the Mendoza line, right? Like there's in the middle, there's not many of them. Trolls either fall on two sides, either incredibly intelligent or just absolutely slack-jawed, right? And so I find like the dry response instantly tells me which one of the two types of trolls I have, that I could just play with them. So that's what I feel. That's I don't know if that's a profound, but that's what I've learned about audiences.
Oh, that's
as
awesome.
the
That's
stream has
actually a
gone on.
great. That's a great lesson. I hadn't thought of it that way. Although, yeah, now that you mention it, I've seen expert streamers like yourselves handle people that way. That's good.
I would say the hardest trolls are the smart ones because they know exactly what they're doing and they know exactly how to pull on your chain the wrong way. And you're just like, come on, man. I know you know what you're doing. Can you stop it? And he's like, nope, I'm a troll. That's what I do.
Yeah. It's like respect.
Random Cosmic Horror asks, Taco, any beard advice for a youngin?
Ooh. This one's gonna sting a little. It's not sacred. Shave it every once in a while. See your chin. Remember what your chin looks like. Remember why you grew the beard. It's not hard to maintain. You don't need to pay a professional to do it. Get yourself a good like $20 trimmer. You can use it on more than your beard. Share it with the whole family. It's fine. It's hair. It's easy to wash. I would say that on a special date night with your friend, your most favorite people, put a little beard oil in it. Make sure you like the smell of that beard oil because you're gonna smell it a lot. Don't overdo it because then your hands are oily all night long, and it's hard to drive a go-kart with greasy hands. So I would say facial hair can come and go. Don't get it. Also, don't have expectations that you're going to grow a great beard because not everybody grows whatever you consider a great beard, right? Like, well, Stormy, you've got a good one.
It's all right. I can only grow a goatee. I can't really grow an actual beard because it's all splotchy on the sides.
Okay.
So the thing is, I don't consider what you have not a beard. You have a beard, right?
Yes.
You have whatever the dressing is on your face that accompanies your face, right? Like, and you just learn to respect what you've got, and don't be envious of other things because it doesn't help.
Absolutely. You want to
I don't know
get
if
the
any of
next
that
one,
was helpful
Scully?
at all. I'm sure none of it was.
It's all genes. Blame dad.
I don't know if that's how things work, but that's okay.
I don't know.
I blame dad for up here because I think science tells me that, but I don't know what science is telling me about up here.
We gotta blame somebody.
Yeah, easy.
How has streaming made you more confident or self-critical over the years?
Oh God, both? Can it do both at the same time? I will say streams like this where you have somebody like Stormy who you really respect saying that they appreciate you and they think what you're doing is amazing. Those things you said earlier. I thank you so much because like everybody else, you always want to know that the thing you do is appreciated by others.
Yes.
And like I would say that I you know I find my self-worth being driven by smiles more than anything else, right?
Mhm.
And it's
Mhm.
tough because you don't always know you don't always know what the person on the other end of the I was gonna say the phone, like a
Yeah.
real 80s kid. You don't know what the person on the other side of the internet is actually feeling if they're smiling or anything like that. But I will tell you that like enough people in a given week will say something like, "Hey man, thanks for streaming today. I was having a bad day. This has helped me out." And
Yeah.
it's those sorts of things that really help you out. But also, the problem with streaming is that you have video on demand, and you can unfortunately go
Hmm.
watch any of your videos. And while I will say that as an adult, you will say that looking backwards and being cringe, to use a modern word of the past, is a sign of growth.
Mhm.
Also, you look backwards and go, "Ooh, did I really think that was a good idea?" So I will say it's a double-edged
Yeah.
sword.
Mhm.
Part of what I do for work is I'm a consultant, so I'm on camera all day, every day. So, you know, I drink less than I used to because the day after a bender, it's real hard. There's no lens filter for that yet. Where's AI? Where's AI in this sense, right? Stormy, why do I have a button that says take 15 years off my life, and take 15 pounds off? Where's my AI technology, guys? Come on. What the heck? Let's get on this.
Yeah, AI will eventually figure that out for us, and it'll tell us what we already know. Stop eating so many carbs.
Yeah.
Stop eating so many calories. It's like I
Yep.
can't solve it for you. You got to do the work.
Oh no, there's an easy button in the
There's
future. It's all
filters.
coming. Yeah.
There's filters.
True.
We do
They'll
it all
probably
the
they'll
time.
probably improve
We do it all the
Ozempic
time.
to a point where there's no side effects, and
Yeah.
then people will be able to eat whatever they want whenever they want. But
Heck
that's
yeah.
Quinlan says you can take their carbs in their cold dead hands. I will say that as an older fella, you start to have a love-hate relationship with the carb, and
Yeah.
they're in every one of your favorite foods, but also you just feel it the next day more. Just like when you used to go out in your 20s and 30s and you drink like a 30 rack of beer and you dust off, have a glass of water and a shot, and you bumble out the door and you be on your way. That changes. That changes, and you're like, oh, I had 5 slices of pizza yesterday, and I had a bad second day. You just start to like double guess of like, whose side are you on, carbs? You're so delicious, but you're so mean to me.
Right?
Sugar too.
I'd had to cut out carbs recently because I just couldn't lose weight for that.
Yeah.
I was like, what's going on? Like I had to go full keto, and like intermittent fasting and all that stuff,
Yeah.
Good for you though.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
Thank you. I feel great, honestly. I feel more energetic.
I admit that I
now
just
that-
started the intermittent fasting about 3 days ago, and I also I had already stopped caffeinated coffee and scaled back to just decaf, but now I would cut the coffee out altogether while I'm also through the intermittent fasting, and it's making a difference. I mean, it's there's like a little point in the morning when there's a bit of a struggle, but once I get past that hump, it's actually pretty easy. Because I'm starting to develop a bit of a Buddha belly, and it's not a bad thing. Not a bad thing, but
have you tried in the morning? Have you tried it's called car battery to the nipples?
Huh?
I have not. I guess I'll have to
That'll wake you the fuck up. You will not need a cup of coffee after a car battery to the nipples.
Probably not.
No, I can tell you from person.
was just playing.
Listen, if there was a drink, a caffeinated drink that was just called car battery to the nipples, I would buy it. I'd probably invest in the company. but I was talking about a literal car battery attached to your literal nipples.
That's crazy. Insane
I
behavior.
love this. That's why is it every time you come on the show you come up with a cool ass new product, right? Remember last time?
Listen, taint laser never came out. Taint laser never came out. But you know, listen, it turns out people don't want a taint laser. I don't know why. I thought it was going to be a big hit.
Yeah, I suppose it's probably not a good name for a spice sauce, a hot sauce either.
Actually,
Isn't it for hot sauce?
No, so to catch you up. So I used to. I don't do the hot sauce anymore, but I used to thank everybody who did a donation to the Extra Life charity. I would send them a bottle of hot sauce. So I worked with a company to develop a hot sauce and put a label on it. And the big thing is everybody wanted a more spicy hot sauce. And so we said, what would we name it? And there was another conversation that happened. We talked about taint lasers, and then we said that would be a very good name for a hot sauce.
That's awesome, though.
It is.
Would feel like a laser going up. That's crazy. That's awesome. I would buy it.
So
you'd buy my taint laser? Is that what you said? You said you'd buy my taint laser?
I would buy the taint laser. I'm putting my credit card down right now. I'm slamming it on the table.
Thank you.
Give it to me.
Amazing.
Let me guess, you stopped doing the hot sauce thing because you started to develop GERD.
No, way darker. Tariffs.
Huh?
No, like when all the tariffs went up, shipping stuff out of the country became prohibitively expensive. I would to send something to Canada used to be like a bottle of hot sauce. Like I have a couple left here, like this little guy right here, right? Little bottle of hot sauce, right? It used to cost me like $10 to send to Canada. It was usually less than $5 inside of America. So people would do a donation. I have a bottle of hot sauce. I put it into a box, put postage on it, and I sent it to you, right? So it was like a little bit of investment of on my end, right? For you doing a direct donation to the charity. But over the past, say, 6 months to a year, like the price of everything to like send a hot sauce to international just became ridiculous. It was like $30 to get a bottle to anywhere in Europe. And it's just like, like if we can't have something that is offered to everybody, it feels half-hearted to offer to anybody. So
agreed.
Those who got a bottle of hot sauce, maybe it comes back in the future in a different way. I don't know. But we also changed it up a little bit. We've got some new things that we've been working on and stuff like that. So
right on.
Okay.
Adapt and evolve.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yes.
So next question, Phaser asks, what's one moment on stream that still replays in your head over and over, good or bad?
God. Well, so the great thing about having the great thing that I'm lucky is that I have a stream that when I show up, push the button, a bunch of people show up. All of those moments are remembered as clips, and people just say, this is my favorite button. This is my favorite button. This is my favorite button. So Stormy, I don't know if you know this, but we were playing a game called Mana Lords. It's basically like a little city builder. You build like cities and stuff like that.
Right.
And there it is. It's already in chat, cheap. So, me, I'm, you're just playing a video game. You're just babbling into a microphone, and, you just say something dumb just to listen, sometimes on purpose to get a laugh, but then also sometimes just because you're the one that's talking to a microphone, you're going to keep talking. Like, it's hard to keep talking sometimes, guys. Right. And then sometimes the dark thoughts come to the front of the line. Yep. And you just miss it. You just miss it for a second, and he just comes out the mouth, and you're just like, oh no. And so there's a clip out there. I don't know if anybody has it, but the clip is me playing Mana Lords, and we were talking about sheep, and it's like, yo, what's good about a sheep? What's good about a sheep farm? You can take the sheep and you can fuck them. Right, like, and it was just like a throwaway line just to make a joke. Okay, so what happened was it gets clipped, and then every stream they hit the button, they hit the button, they hit the button, they hit the button 5 times in a row. They hit the button, right? And I'm like, I don't want to take away your love, I don't want to take away your joy, but also like we got to figure out how to gamify this a little bit, right? So I took the clip and I said, if you want to play the clip, you got to roll a dice. Okay. You roll higher than a 12, you play the clip. You roll less than 12, you get timed out. All right. People did it all the time. Throw the dice, time me out, time me out, time me out. So now we keep track of how many times you individually have run the sheep command. Every time you get a timeout, you go down one, and then your timeout gets longer. So some people are in the red like 80 minutes. They'll come in, they say, "Hi, Taco. Nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. Sheep." That's it. And that's the last I'm going to hear from them for the entire fucking stream because they're sitting in silence and they just do it. And I don't know. And I'm like, do I need to get rid of the clip? Like, they're calling out my bluff, man. It's like, I thought I was going to turn this thing on and everybody's going to stay away from the sheep command and everybody's doubling down. I just don't understand it.
Oh man, that's amazing. That is so funny. You'd be surprised how much people really like to take the chance because
The gamble.
just
Oh, the
for
gamble. Everybody's so pilled.
gamble.
Everybody's got the
I
gamble.
love
Yeah,
it.
for sure.
You know?
That's so funny.
Oh, that's great. All right. How's that? What is one good moment on stream that still replays in your head over and over, good or bad?
That was what I just asked him.
Oh, God.
Oh,
That's why
no,
I-
you asked the other one before. the
Yeah,
phase
sorry.
one.
I used the wrong color that made you want to read it. I should have do a different color there.
Oh.
We're gonna have to work on our teamwork.
I've got more. You can ask the same question 5 times. I'll give you a different answer every time.
That's
fine.
right.
Not bad,
We
not
got
bad.
plenty of cool questions. Go ahead, Scully.
Okay. Oh, because I heard you say phaser, so I just clocked that it was this one.
Mm.
Okay, it's another one from phaser. This is, I saw that you've been on Twitch for a while as well. What are some of the most significant impact moments you have had over the past couple of years?
Significant impact moments on Twitch specifically.
Yes.
So I will say that impact moments. When you say impact moment to me, it goes right to me to charity, like significant fundraising moments, right? I remember I flew out to Salt Lake City to be with some friends, Skittish and Bus. They're absolutely amazing. They put me up in their house. We made Taco Town Taco. Do you know what the Taco Town Taco is from Saturday Night Live? It is the taco that starts with a taco and they keep adding to it. And just like this, it's like a taco wrapped with a pizza with a blueberry pancake around it, all that sort of stuff. So we said, wouldn't it be funny if somebody made the Taco Town Taco? We did. I flew out to their house in Salt Lake City. We made the Taco Town Taco. We ran a stream. They let me DJ because they're a DJ duo. They let me DJ using their decks and stuff like that. It was so much fun. 2 of the absolute kindest humans I've ever met in my life. I'm so fortunate to have met them. That one stream, I think we raised close to $20,000 in that one stream. It was absolutely crazy. Similar,
That's awesome.
another event. A friend of mine, Dixie Chris, had me. We did a co-stream. We played. We tried to play all of Portal 2. We got about like 10 levels in, and the stream just absolutely devolved into just degeneracy. We had. I was at one point dressed up in my wife's clothes. My kids were putting makeup on me. It was absolute insanity. But it was like that, one of those huge moments of impact. Oh, sorry, we got an echo. Someone, Jones saying we have an echo.
Oh,
I don't know
yeah,
if you
I see that.
know what that is.
Let me.
But anyways, just moments of impact. I would say that there's been a couple over the past couple of years where, but I would say offline there's some equally crazy moments because I do all my fundraising for the Boston Children's Hospital because I'm up here in Massachusetts in Boston, and so I get invited out to the hospital all the time to go hang out with the kids and play video games, or they have like kickoff events for the year talking about what's going on in the hospital, what are their initiatives, what are they focused on, their big challenges. And so I end up going to the hospital often. And I'd say some of the biggest impact moments is meeting the kids. And the thing that always strikes me, and I don't know if I probably told you this, Stormy. Maybe it was in the previous stream. I don't know, but it doesn't matter. We'll cover it anyways. Is meeting the kids. The kids always come into the room. They're excited to see you. They're excited to play games. Maybe they're a little shy. They're excited. Something new's going on. They're not in the hospital room. It's a big thing for them. Always behind the kid, and this is where it hits me right in the fucking heart. Is there's a dad or a mom pushing some sort of medical cart with like they're just tired. They're happy to be there. They're happy the kid's excited, but they're tired. And so every time I see that, I just go, man, what I would I just gonna be thankful for the situation I'm in to be on this side of that interaction. Because I got 3, right? It could easily be me on the other side pushing that rod.
That's
And
right.
Yeah.
you know, you just always go over, you just try to say like, hey, go unplug, go do something. I can hang out with your kid for a little while. Don't worry about it. Just go get a snack or something like that. Go take 5. You know, just try to take anything you can off them because it's tough. I've had enough sickness in this family. Like nothing bad, like, you know, broken arm or whatever have you.
Right.
And it's like there are times in your life where you're just like, I can't stop the pain. I can't make your anxiety, I can't make your trouble go away. And if you ask me like why, it's that, man. Like I could just that empathy that I have, oof, it's there, it's strong. So, you know, there's a lot of fun stuff that we do on stream, but it's hard work, and there's a lot of, you know, like playing video games online. Yeah, you tell me that's work, but it is, right? Like you guys know, as streamers, as content producers, content creators, everybody sees maybe 10% of all the things that actually happen. Maybe more, maybe less, so depending on you. So there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes, and like there's times where you're just like, I just can't today. But I look in chat, and there's a couple of them motherfuckers in chat right now sitting there. Hey, where are you? It's 6:31, asshole.
Yes.
Where are you? And I'm just like, all right, just go hit the button. Just go have fun. And it's tough. But but yeah.
That's awesome. Wow, our time has flown. We got time for one more question. I'm going to pick this one, so we balance the sweet melancholy of what you just said and the beauty of that with a bit of humor to tap it off in the end, which fits your streams perfectly, right?
Yes.
Out of the creatures you encounter in Satisfactory, which one would you not want to be your sleep paralysis demon?
Oh boy. The worst creature in Satisfactory. Do you guys play? Have you ever fired up Satisfactory?
I haven't played it, but I've watched you play it, and I've watched Iltacine play it.
Okay. Yeah. So Satisfactory, factory building game. This got a little bit of an exploring mechanic. You got to go out into the world to go find some objects that make the playthrough more fun, different experience, and all that sort of stuff. So there are spiders in the game, but they're not spiders. They're like alien spiders. They have like mouths where they should have heads. They have teeth where they should have. It's weird. So, anyways, the least. Well, now that I'm thinking about it, the number of legs. No, I'm not going to change my answer. Okay. Strangest bedfellow would be the nuclear spider. It's jumpy. It glows green radiation. You die very quickly when it gets near you. I think it would be bad. It would be bad to spend any time with that. So I'm gonna go with that one there.
That's a perfect answer. And finally, to wrap things up, is there any other comedic wisdom that you would like to share with the folks before we wrap?
No, so the fact that you said the word wisdom totally it knocked me out of the running for having anything of worth to say. But I would just the only thing I would say is this: is that I think the only way I can go to sleep at night is by telling myself it's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
This like Billy Joel said it. You know, the world's been on fire. We didn't start it. We're just trying to live through it. You know what I mean? We're gonna figure it out. Is it ideal? No. Are people gonna get hurt? Yes. Is it gonna suck? And are you gonna cry yourself to sleep sometimes? Yes. Yep. But it's gonna be okay. We're gonna figure it out. I have this unfortunate positive inner core to me that says that kindness will win. Agreed. Smart people will always win against cruelty. The rich will someday get their own. Okay, I'm lucky enough to be probably on the opposite side of the scale because of what I do and how I do it. We will all be okay. We will all be okay. It's gonna suck, but it will be okay.
Perfect and beautiful words of wisdom. Thank you,
Yes.
Taco, for
I
spending
appreciate
time
you
with us
guys so
today.
much. Thank you for having me back. I
Thank
appreciate
You
it.
betcha. Everyone, oh, there's one thing that we forgot to do. Look at that. Pelican's got it.
Thank you,
Pelican,
Pelican.
Pelican has spammed his stream and his extra life. So go check it out. Support this wonderful, beautiful human being and all of the people that he supports. And you will be making the world a better place by doing so. And that way he won't hit you with his lightsaber.
Well, I just want, if you mind me to shill for a second, anytime you come by a taco stream, not all the time, but sometimes we have giveaways. We're giving away this right now. It is a 32-inch aluminum hilted lightsaber from Rebel Sabers. If you come by any stream, you get a free giveaway ticket. You can go put it in the box. We have some other cool prizes that we're giving away as well. A $200 disc plate as well. That's September 27th. So if you're seeing this, you haven't missed it yet. Come by, hang out, get a giveaway ticket so you can get into this thing. Just come by, say hi. That's it. The kindest thing you can do for me is show up and say hi, because that helps me help other people, right? The more people that show up, the more people that say hi, throw an alert down, all that sort of stuff keeps me high in the category, whatever I'm doing. More people show up, new people get introduced to the community. I can help more people if you get more people at the channel. So come by, say hi, get a giveaway ticket, throw it in. Don't need to be present when we do that giveaway. It all happens online, but it goes right to Discord. So please, everybody, come by, say hi. That's it. I'll stop shilling.
You heard it. And Stormkeep
Thank you.
commands you guys to go do it.
Go and do it now. Me
All
too.
I
right.
appreciate
Go.
you guys so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Taco.
Thank you.
Oh my God, Scully, what an epic
Yes.
human being.
Yes, so she was awesome. Honestly.
I know.
Perfect for me
I just
first.
don't even know what to say. I think that I needed this today, because there are like we've talked about today. There's so many kind of crappy things that are going on in the world, but
All the time. Honestly.
like him, I feel like I have a core of positivity. But even when you have a core of positivity, sometimes shit
It
gets
gets
slung
shucking.
on it, and and so you got to get together with other people who have a core of positivity and wipe that crap off, and then we can support others who don't necessarily, are kind of in between or whatnot.
Yes.
We got to be each other's lights. Be our own lights first,
Exactly.
and be a light for everybody else. And he's an exemplification of that. All right.
yeah.
Well, right now we're in flux as to who's going to be on next. So don't have an announcement of who's going to be on next or when, but we're pretty sure that we'll be able to get this person very soon, either next week or the week after. We got someone in the pipe that we're excited to potentially get, and then we also have other folks that we've scheduled who are just a little bit farther out, so we won't mention them yet. But that's all I got for today. How about you, Scully? Do you want to add anything else?
No. Just be good to each other. That's it.
Right on.
Honestly.
Well said. Well said. All right. You ready to do the wrap up and wrap this show up in a bow?
Yes, sir.
All
Thank
right.
you for coming to the show.
Please drop a like, subscribe, and comment down below.
If you're listening to the podcast,
Please rate and review the episode
we are Bandwidth.
and Banter.
Thank you.
And good night. Bye, guys.
Bye. Everybody, bye.